the scrimmage, I just play him when I'm in it, trying to run it till the ribbon, and they know that I've been tripping when I'm making shit. The vision, man, I put him in the prison with these bars that I've been spitting, and this life that I've been living, I'ma go, I'm on a mission.
Fantastic right hand.
Craig Cameron, gloves red, here with Michael McGurk, who is challenging Kieran Smith for the WBC International Silver Super Welterweight title on the MTK Scotland show on the 22nd of June in Glasgow. So I've probably taken my breath during that.
Yeah, definitely.
How are you getting on, Michael?
Feeling good, mate. Everything's gone well so far. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and how's the preparations going for the fight with Kieran?
Everything's so far so good. We're getting plenty of sparring in, plenty of training. Makes it a bit easier with the good weather now as well. It means getting up in the morning a bit easier. So, but I'm looking forward to it. Everything's gone well so far. So, it's another better.
Good. And how did the fight actually come about? I know that the two of you have been mentioned by, I'd say, a lot of boxing fans and the media have wanted to see the two of you fight, and it has been mentioned. So how did it actually come about?
Well, honestly, I kind of thought it would have happened, but I thought it would have happened a bit more down the line. And but I've said to Danny a couple of times that I'm happy to fight Kieran. So I think sort of because I've said that to him a few times, it's been in his head or whatever. And then I was just chilling out in my room one day, and Danny gave the phone, and he was just saying, "Do you want to fight Kieran?" I said, "Aye." That was it.
That was it?
That was it.
As simple as that?
Simple as that. Should have maybe debated for some more money, but that was about it.
Aye. So see, in your last fight, so you fought Lithuanian Evaldis Korsakis, so how did you rate your performance in that?
Do you know, I didn't rate it that great, to be honest. Before that fight we were meant to be fighting a guy that was orthodox. He had a good record, but watching him we kind of thought that I would have stopped him as soon as I hit him hard. Or clean even, we kind of thought that. So, but then I think I fought the Friday, and then I think it was the Tuesday I got a phone call saying that he'd pulled out and I could fight Evaldis Korsakis that night if I liked. I just said aye, no bother. Didn't really realise he was a southpaw and he's awkward and all that, mind you, but it was so like everything sort of changed. Like within days we were going for fighting basically like a kind of easy fight, an easy orthodox fighter, to fighting a kind of tricky southpaw, kind of counter puncher mover. So like, literally everything that could have changed. We're happy to take the chances. We were fit and we were ready, so we were happy to take it, and then it just so happened we ended up sort of headlining the show. And I felt alright, to be fair. I felt I controlled the fight pretty well. I controlled the front foot the full fight. It never caused many problems. It was awkward. I was landing like a lot of glancing shots and stuff like that, but it was never in any sort of doubt. I think I won. I think it was maybe 6 rounds to 1, 6 rounds to 2 or something like that, I'm not really sure. But nah, I felt good, to be fair. I felt alright. I thought I'd done the 8 rounds fairly easy as well. They weren't really a massively high pace. But nah, I felt pretty good. I felt decent.
Yeah. And how, I know you were there, I think I bumped into you briefly when Kieran was fighting the same opponent. How did you rate his performance against the same opponent?
It's hard, it's different. He's a southpaw fighting southpaw, so it's quite awkward to judge that, and I didn't really think he performed that well, to be honest. I know Kieran, I've sparred with Kieran, I know that Kieran could have fought better. But it is awkward there when they're fighting, sort of southpaws tend to clash a lot with each other because they're not used to fighting that sort of style, but then again they had plenty of time to prepare for it, so maybe they should have been a bit more prepared. But I felt I dealt with him, but I felt I dealt with him easier than what Kieran did. But at the same time, it's hard. I don't really look into that too much because everybody fights different on fight night, and whether it's southpaw or orthodox, everybody's sort of, it can be tricky there. So I don't really look into it at all, to be honest. We just will wait and see what happens on the night. Yeah,
I think it was a tough opponent for the both of you. He came in shape for both fights. He's awkward, awkward style. What did it mean to you to headline the MTK show?
It felt good. It was just a shame sort of everything was last minute. I think I found out the day of or the day before the show that I was headlining. But do you know, it's not the first time, and it will certainly not be the last time I headline a show. As soon as I've got the titles, then it'll be me that's sort of pushing on and wanting these big opportunities to headline shows. And I'm happy to take all these opportunities. I've never said no to a fight, neither would I ever. So sooner all these big sort of once we get this one out the way, then we can move on to other shows as well. So I'm looking forward to the year ahead.
Yeah, something that's been clear since early in your career is always the fan base you've had. Even when you fought down in Southampton and you won the WBC youth title and it was Stables Bar.
Yep.
They were going bananas when you won.
I know.
So what does that support mean to you? Do you hear them in the ring?
Do you know, sometimes when you zone out a wee bit you hear screaming or whatever, but my mum will probably kill me for this, but see the last fight against Kersakis, the full fight, all I heard was my mum screaming. That she wasn't screaming instructions, she was just shouting Michael at the top of her voice, because I had the chance. I think I had a few £100 tickets spare, and my mum and her pal Gail ended up sitting there. Worst people to sit that close to the ring. Like even my dad knows not to go that close because he's a nervous wreck as well, but my mum was just shouting. All I could hear the full fight. Even in between the rounds, I'm sitting trying to listen to my coach's instructions, and all I could hear was my mum in the background, Michael. And I just thought, never again. She's getting the bleachers next time.
So you're 12-0. That fight took you to 12-0. So why take the risk at this stage?
Why not?
It's a good question.
Why not? I don't like. You've got that many fighters now that are happy to build up a massive record, yet fought nobody, took no chances. Or I want to test myself. I want to see where I'm at. I don't want to be one of the fighters that get to sort of 20-0 and then they go and fight for some meaningless title or whatever. I want to be the one that's pushing on all the time, and I'm happy to take these chances. I mean, if you look at the top 10 rankings in BoxRec, I don't even know what the official rankings are, but in the top 10 in BoxRec, it is all elite fighters. I think I'm maybe sitting 10 now. I think Kieran might be 9, I'm not actually sure. It's all elite fighters, and every one of the fighters could easily fight for the British title, or even possibly further, maybe the European. So I'm constantly want to push on. I don't want to be one of the fighters that sort of look back and think, oh, I should have tried that, I should have went and done that. I'm happy to fight anybody, anywhere, even if the money's shite.
No, I think that's refreshing. Something we've touched on in the podcast is there seems to be a lot of fighters that just want to predict that zero so much, you know, but I was going to ask how confident you are of victory, but I can see that already.
Aye, of course you're confident, you need to be confident. I actually had this discussion earlier, like, it wouldn't matter who I fought, I would always be confident, regardless of who it was you were going in against. If you don't feel like that, then why are you in the sport? There's no point. If you're not confident, get out.
Yeah. So you mentioned and you touched on the fact that you've sparred with Kieran in the past. How did the spars go, and also what do you think you do better than Kieran?
The spars were always good. They're always very competitive. It's been a long time for we sparred. Maybe probably about 2 years for we sparred. I think we both kind of knew this was coming eventually, so we kind of took a step back for each other and went other sort of routes for sparring. But nah, the spars were always competitive. I don't really want to say too much. They are what they are. Whether it was me winning or Kieran winning, it's one of the ones where like a spar doesn't really mean much. Like I fight better than what I spar. You've got some days in sparring you feel brilliant, you've got some days where you feel shite. It's a hard one. But nah, the spars were always good. They were actually very entertaining. Because Kieran can be sometimes quite a negative style. But the spars were always very entertaining. Like you would get guys for the gym sort of staying and watching them just because they were good. But nah, they were always good.
Yeah. So what threats would you say Kieran brings in terms of his style?
Well, he's everything you don't want in a southpaw. Tall, rangy, massive long arms, sharp as well. But we're going to be there, we're going to be ready. We're getting that sort of sparring in, so we're going to be prepared as best as we possibly can.
Good. So, would you say that it's extra motivation with the MTK have recently announced the deal with ESPN, and the fact that also a WBC International Silver title, is that extra motivation for us, right?
Of course it is, as well. And to a certain extent it is, to a certain extent it isn't. Like, me and Kieran are always going to be a big fight, so that would get me up regardless of whether there was a title on the line or whether it was in a community centre. It wouldn't matter to me. But nah, it does give you that wee bit, I would say, just because you're going to be shown live over in America. I've got friends over in America and stuff like that can now watch it. So I think they're more buzzing that it's shown in America than what I am. But hopefully, after this fight, that will sort of move us on. Obviously they've got a big deal with ESPN and Top Rank, so hopefully that means that we can travel over to America and get other opportunities after these shows as well.
Yeah, 100%. Finally, finish off touching on the fight. What's your prediction for it?
Michael McGurk win.
One.
Of course.
Any method, or is it?
It doesn't matter the method.
Okay.
It could be a knockout points. I genuinely wouldn't care, as long as it's my hand, it gets raised at the end.
Okay.
Definitely.
So you're going to be co-headlining the event
Mm-hmm.
at the Emirates Arena in Glasgow. What do you think of the venue actually?
Do you know what? I really like that venue. That's me fought in it. I think I've only fought in it once actually. Once. But I've been at a few shows, but the atmosphere is always brilliant. Obviously my fans make sure they're always heard, but I've got no badness about that venue. For me, it suits me to a T as well. It's only along the road, it's a 10-minute drive, if that. So it's ideal for me, you know.
Yeah, it's a home venue.
Aye, definitely.
So,
I'll probably be the away fighter for this one, mind you.
Yeah. So you're going to be co-headlining with your stablemate Scott Allen. He's challenging Lee McGregor for his Commonwealth title.
Mm-hmm.
How do you rate his chances in that fight?
I rate his chances very highly. I don't see any reason why his chances shouldn't be high. I don't believe Lee McGregor's fought anybody as good as Scott yet. I think Scott's a very underrated boxer as well. I think there's no reason for Scott not to get there and put on a good performance and make a good account of himself and take away that win. And I think the upset's there. I think there's a good chance that Lee McGregor will maybe underestimate him, which a lot of fighters do. It's one I'm really looking forward to actually. I'm looking forward to me getting the win, Scott getting the win, and then a good night out on a Sunday.
What's it like to about Scott?
Mental. He's not right. As you know, he's a bit on the crazy side, but he's a lazy wee bastard in the gym as well. I'm getting all this in after his slagging the last time. He's a lazy bastard. He's always away early. What other excuses has he got? Well, I'm only joking. Scott, he trains hard, to be fair, but I'm more fitter than him.
Someone else you train with, Willie Lemon Taz, he's coming back into the ring on the 6th of June in Glasgow, the St Andrews show. What's he like to train with and have in the gym?
Well, he's brilliant. It would surprise you how fit he is. Like, ridiculous. Well, when was it? Just the other day, done like 15 3.5 minute rounds in the bags, 30-second rest, and he breezed through 15 rounds. I'm not talking just tippy tappy, wee couple of punches here and there. Battered it, breezed through the full 15 rounds, and felt brilliant. And I went out running with him after it, which was fucking horrible. Up that Necropolis graveyard. Don't ever want to see that place again. But no, he's looking in good nick. I'm actually looking forward to watching sort of the rest of his journey. I think Willie could do very well, and it's good having him in the gym. You can learn so much from Willie. He's a lot of wee sort of tricks and stuff like that we spoke about before, about him punching me in the arms and all that. It's hard to explain. It's just wee silly things sometimes in the gym, and you're just sort of thinking to yourself, he's right, like I can change this, I can change that. And Yeah, it's ideal. It's good to have him there to sort of give you the wee extra push as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He certainly at his age to still be training in that way, you know, is admirable, and that experience that he can pass on to you must be invaluable.
Aye, 100%, and he's enjoying it. He's enjoying it now, and I'm enjoying my training. I think Scott's enjoying his training. We're all, everybody's sort of, see, because we've all got fights coming up, the gym's buzzing now. Everybody's happy to train, happy to put the extra work in, and we're all just sort of pushing on, and because of that we're sort of competing against each other in the circuits and like on the bags, pads or whatever. We're all sort of competing against each other, and as much as I obviously hit harder than they two because they're a wee bit smaller and that, but it's good, that sort of competitiveness in a gym. You need that, I think. I trained for years, just me, Michael and Lawrence, and like, as much as I loved it and it was brilliant, it's just, see, having people in the gym 10 times better. Yeah. Definitely, they're not constantly on you. You get that wee, not a break as such, but it's just like you lift each other without even knowing that you are. Yeah. To a certain extent, if you get me.
Yeah, and you were touching on before that someone that I think you're friends with and you speak to, Chris Bungard. What's it like being friendly with him? What's it like? He's been training a couple of times.
Aye, he trains with us now and again. Actually, I got to know Chris because we've got a mutual sponsor in Prepped and Fresh. So they sponsor us both with our meals and all that, getting us ready for fight camps. But nah, again, Chris is good to have in the gym. He's a character, as you can imagine. But nah, it's definitely good. It's good getting all these sort of different guys to come in, and like, I always, like, if I'm training along somebody, I'm always thinking to myself, like, if he's doing that, I want to do that better. If he's doing that, I want to do that better then. So I'm constantly in my head, I want to be punching harder, faster and sharper than anybody else in the gym. That's what I sort of aim for every day in training. Obviously there's days where you feel like shite and you can't do that, but most of the time I'm trying to outperform everybody. Even, I've always said that as well, even on every professional fight I've ever had, I've always went in with the attitude of, I want to leave here the night, but I want all the supporters here the night leaving and thinking, fuck, that Michael McGurk was good. I don't, regardless of what show it is, like, it could have been on Josh Taylor's, I've got to say his undercard, but I was on after him, so they were all away anyway, but you know, it can be stuff like that. I always just want to outperform everybody. Always want to, like, sort of my name to be the last thing on their tongue kind of thing, which is, well, it's got me here so far, so must have been doing alright. Yeah,
no, it's a good way to finish as well. I would encourage anyone, it's going to be a great night, a great fight for Scottish boxing, to get along and see the fight and reach out to Michael for tickets. Aye. If you want to come along, and I wish you all the best for the fight, Michael.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate that. Thanks for having me.